6 o'clock in the morning. We're going for a walk and he takes me straight up the back to the mower. What is it, mate? The mower. Whoa. Straight for the key. Yeah, that's it. Turn the key on. Does it work? Ooh. Wanna back it out? Fuel pump's just pumping in the fuel there. Uh-huh. Here we go. You're gonna have to let me do it.
Hello, Frankie boy. She just loves swimming at the moment, doesn't she?
Hope.
Miss Violet.
Oh, Miss Violet, yeah. Yeah, she's discovered it. Good. Look at her.
Oh, goodness.
Accidental, but he looked like he came off second best.
I saw that. Yeah. He's a tank, but I think she is. Look, she's bitten her tongue.
Oh, yeah.
So she did get knocked.
It was accidental, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know. Oh.
I'll have to keep an eye on it. If it's a tongue, it'll stop in 5 minutes. If it's a lip, it might keep going. I'll have to check its teeth later. Hello, darling. Good girl. So head high.
Mhm.
Hello, Lily. Where you go? Where you go?
Hope it's not a tooth.
I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Savannah. Hey, darling.
Oh, there's so much blood, isn't there? Poor thing.
Hey, darling.
She didn't even flinch when he knocked her, but does look like a tooth. Do you think?
Not yet. I just need to. It should be like a lip or like something that's busted to cause the blood. I can't see it at the moment. It does look like it could be up the back there.
Yeah.
The jaw's alright.
Yep.
She's not flinching if I press on her teeth.
Okay.
But I just can't see where it is.
Oh, goodness. She's so tough, isn't she?
Yeah.
see? Right up there, up the back there.
Yeah.
That's where it's coming from. Maybe she just...
Trying to see.
It might just be that under bit of a tongue.
That's
I
what
can
think.
see a line
I think
there.
it's underneath where
Yeah,
she must have had the tongue just on the side and it's compressed.
yeah.
Because there's no visible injury. Usually you get at the tip of the tongue and you can see it just keeps pooling.
Yeah.
But it does look like it's bleeding through the teeth. But I think that the tooth went through the underneath side of the tongue. So it is a little bit more difficult to
Yeah.
pinpoint where it is because it's all really soft and you know, lots of veins and it's going already.
Yeah.
Just the meatiness on the side, you know, Chance has got that inch of muscle on each side of his. It looks like it could just be the corner there where it's pressed in,
Okay.
on the back corner. Because all those teeth, they're designed for slicing meat, so any press on against it.
Yeah, it was a solid knife because he had to shake it off, but she didn't seem to flinch, and I was surprised that it was fine. But
Meanwhile, she's sitting there going, it's just a bit of claret, come on, let's go. Put me back on, coach. Right, guys, let's go top of the hill.
oh, you okay?
That's really good.
That's doesn't it? It's so bright. Hi, buddy. He's so excited, doesn't he?
Yeah, Roscoe's whispering little grumbles in his ear and everything. And he's just sitting there taking it and getting praise from me. And he's like, yes, pass the test. That's why he's jumping around. Good girl, Joey, good girl. Good boy. So we were just in the field here doing some filming through the long grass, and although we have snake fences, it only keeps out the venomous snakes. However, with trees that come down and debris that builds up on them, it can put holes in the snake mesh. So we usually do a boundary run and have a look. I haven't seen anything recently, but we did just see a snake in this long grass. So now I've got to find it. Had to quickly run away, bring all the dogs with me, take them in through to the house yard and secure them behind the fence. And now I'm back here looking for this snake. So firstly I need to identify it, make sure that it is a non-venomous species, and if that's the case, no problem, we can just catch it and relocate it on the other side of the fence. However, if it's a venomous species, it means then we've got to go and find out how it got in. So it is some really heavily overgrown long grass, and I'm not prepared with the right clothing to go walking through here, because I've only got shorts on, and when you are unsure of what the snake is, you do not want to put yourself at risk. So all I'm doing here now is just trying to get eyes on, and then if I see it, I just want to identify that it is a harmless species, and then I can just relax and go, yep, okay, let's just catch the snake. But the problem is, if it's not, it makes catching it and relocating it a lot more risky. Even though I've caught a lot of snakes before, it always gets the blood pumping. You would be a fool to not, or to say that it doesn't get the blood racing and it doesn't, get tense, and it is a dangerous situation. It can be life-threatening if the snake is very angry. It's a really hot day. It could be very active. We did see it rear its head as one of the dogs ran past. That's what alerted us to it. The dog sort of stopped and went, "Oh, what are you?" And then we saw the head come up, but it was at a long distance, and instantly the reaction is to get all the dogs out of there. So I just did a big excited yell and said, "Come on guys, let's go." And they all just dropped what they're doing and chased me. But this here is all very long, and there's a lot of space here for the snake to hide. So what I'm going to do, I saw it just down the bottom of this patch, and Sam said that she did see it start to pursue one of the dogs. Which meant it was moving relatively quick, so it could have covered a fair bit of area. But there's a good chance, so long as it's not injured, there's a good chance it's just gone to ground and it's hiding. But I can't let it go without identifying it first. So I've got Dylan bringing the mower over, and we're just going to take the length off this grass. It's not set low enough to harm the snake if the snake is lying on the ground. So we're just going to trim over the top, and my plan is to see it flush out and start to take off one way or the other, and then we got eyes on it again. Here he is now. Well, I've been out here with the whippersnapper, going up and down this valley. I've got my long pants on, no snake. So, means one of two things. There's either a little burrow or a little hideout under a rock somewhere that it's gone to ground, or That'd be worst case scenario, because that would indicate that it is a venomous species. The other option, which is probably more likely, is that it's gone to the trees. So you would know if you hit it with a mower, because it would spit out part of a snake in chunks outside of it. But they usually don't get hit by the mowers. They usually move on. They get out of the way. So I might just go and check a couple of surrounding trees here quickly. And just see if I can't see anything floating about. But snakes, although we like to catch them and release them, they are an important part of the ecosystem here in Australia. They're a native animal, so I don't like the approach that a lot of people have, which is just to kill the snake. That is not okay in my book. If you were in a battle and it's obviously, you know, life and death for some situation, I don't know what that situation would be, but of course you're going to choose your life over the snake's life, but that is very, very rarely the case. It's never usually a situation like that. Usually you've stumbled upon it, it's just as scared as you are. It thinks you're trying to eat it, and so it defends itself and rears up, and usually they can see that you're not food to them, so they're not trying to eat you at all. And a lot of the time, some species will actually dry bite, which means that they're really just threatening you. They don't want to waste their venom on you because they know they're not going to eat you. They want to save it for some food. So a lot of the time, I'd say the majority of cases, I don't know the exact statistics, but when people get bitten, it's because they're trying to stuff around with snakes. So yes, that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. However, I'm trying to catch it and release it safely so that the dogs don't stumble upon it and kill it themselves. Or if it's a venomous species, it doesn't bite the dogs and kill the dogs. I have found a few dead snakes, and they are common tree snakes, the one that I suspect this species to be, and they have been ripped apart and ragdolled by the dogs. Usually you find them when they start to stink and the dogs are all rolling in the body. It's pretty gross, but I doubt Sam's even going to post this. But this is the reality of living in the bush with dogs. You know, we've got quite a few dogs that would definitely grab and shake and kill a snake very quickly. But a lot of the time, although the snake dies, the dog gets a bite in the process. And usually neither party wins. It's a bad result for everyone involved. So to save the snake's life, I want to catch it move it outside the fence. If it is a tree snake, then I'll take it a little bit further and take it to the creek down the road, because the tree snake's just going to come straight back over the fence. There we go, look at this. It's not a snake, but it's these little animal tracks up the side of this big white mahogany tree here. So there's not that many. What's doing that? You're not going to see it on camera, but there's a track wearing its way up that trunk. You see if it shows you anyway. All the way up there. So the track is just the fact that you've got, this is the normal bark of the tree here, undisturbed, and then over here you can see it's all fluffed up and worn back, and it's in a little pattern that flows around that's only about that big. Goes up along there, so that's either like a little sugar glider or a possum. It wouldn't be a goanna. I've seen there's a goanna that lives in the tree up the top. It doesn't leave little soft marks like that. It leaves big steps that have been ripped out. But with all this rain, this is exactly where, if a snake was in here, which we just discovered there was one, we haven't seen one for a few years, but if a snake was around, this is where they're going to hide, in this stuff. And have a look at that, how thick that is. There we go, there's a log behind there. That's why the grass is up there, because we can't go over it with the mower. There's no way that you're going to find that snake in there without clearing out that grass, and most likely getting under that log that's in there. So I've stopped cutting with the whippersnipper because I'm pretty sure I am out of cord. One side's completely out. I'm just going to pull this apart quickly and have a look. So the whippersnipper needs to go back to the shed, get some more string wound onto it. I've used it all up going through this rough stuff. There's one thing I did see though, was quite a lot of frogs in and around these gullies because it's holding a lot of water. And I just saw that big log there, so often if you move a log like that, you'll find something under it. But all through here you can see it's real muddy, where I'm getting bogged in the mower trying to get across it. It's holding a fair bit of water, and there's a fair few frogs jumping through it, which would be exactly what this snake was after. Just chasing the water for the frogs. And then as we come running across the paddocks there, one of the dogs is disturbed it, maybe run over the top of it. That's when we saw it. But no snake. We've mowed a fair bit here. It's not in there. So this is where the snake, we saw it right here in this gully. And I've whip-snipped all through here. This is all really long grass. The problem was, where we're standing right now, it was an old burn site. That's all coal, all ash left over from when we burnt a whole heap of stuff. But what happens is, like you see here, This is a lump of clay that we would have dug up when moving all the timber that's fallen down. You take a grab, takes a chunk of clay with it, and then when you burn it, it hardens up, turns into a rock. So as the water flows down the hill, the rocks stay solid, the water goes around it and it creates a hole or a gully on the other side of the rock, and as time goes on that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Eventually it creates a hole, and with the long grass growing over top of it, that's where they sit. They just sit in a nice little cave, so to speak. Like this, you see how the water has just started eroding this away and keeps following down there. But then as you come back up, all this under here, you find rocks like this. That's where it's likely the snake's hiding somewhere under there. There's heaps of them up here. As you can see, there's plenty of little spaces of water. And so that's what all the frogs are in. We've even seen frogs' eggs as low as the bottom fence, which they just run down the valley there and end up at the bottom. But just got to keep looking till we find something. I don't advise doing this either. I've done a few snake catching courses, snake handling. As a teenager, I registered with National Parks and Wildlife and became the local snake catcher in my area, just because I loved catching animals, snakes, lizards, birds, spiders, all of them. And then I would usually keep them for a couple of days, give them a feed, give them a drink, and then release them. So it's just always an interest of mine. So I've had a lot of experience with catching these guys. And I'm going to say, from my experience, the bigger the better. The little snakes are the ones that give you the most grief. They're fast, they're angry, they're immature, they act or react irrationally. A big adult snake, they're a bit slower. When you pick them up by the tail, they're a little bit further away from you. They've got a bit more distance to travel before they can tag you. So I'm just a lot more comfortable catching bigger snakes. If you've got a snake hook and a bag, it doesn't matter. You don't go near them. You just hook them and then put them in your bag. I do have one here, but I'm just searching, just trying to get eyes on. So if I do find it, I'll definitely just keep my eye on it, quickly flag down Dylan to bring me the snake bag and the hook, and then we'll be able to catch it. But if it's big enough, I can just pick it up by the tail and walk it over to where I need to go. With the big open fields like this, any little snakes or small ones, they can get cleaned up by the kookaburras. We've got a family of kookaburras that have been nesting in our property for a couple of years now, and they're awesome hunters. Kookaburra will grab a snake. They either grab it and shake it and smash it against a piece of rock or a branch or something, or they can impale it and stab it and then fly off with it. So they're really awesome birds. They're the biggest of the kingfisher family, and the kookaburra is the one that you hear in the background Sounds like it's laughing. You're waiting for me to do a kookaburra sound, aren't you? I'm not that good at doing impressions, but you know, it's unmistakable, the kookaburra. You'll hear it. You'll hear it in the background in the mornings all the time. I pointed out to Wolfie all the time. He hears them. Any bird that I hear, I tell him what species it is. But the kookaburra is the one that always sits there and goes, makes a noise like that. And then they talk to each other and they start going back and forth. But when they start going, it really sounds like they're laughing. They're having a good chin wag and they're telling jokes and they have a good laugh. But at the moment, there's only the butcher birds that keep swooping the dogs. They're down here catching all the grubs and the frogs and everything that we've exposed now because the grass is short. Whenever you're lifting something up in the long grass like this, be prepared. Very well. I've been living in something like that. I'll get to the bottom of it. Feel like something's in there. Oh yeah, that's the net. It looks like it's been pretty dry in there. There's a whole heap of ants and no frogs, so I don't think it was in there. I just find it difficult to believe it's gone too far. It would usually want to go to cover. Stick around in known territory where it's hiding. When you get the mower and the brush cutter, it usually flushes them out. They want to duck off and find a better place to hide. You might just... Oh, see, I'm bogged already in this. That's how soft it is. That's how wet it is. So that's why all the frogs are here. Let's get out of this. Just wanted to do one last drive up there to see if it was hiding anywhere, but it was a bit faster.
Good boy, mate. Good boy. Well done. I know it's tough. Roscoe's pushing you back, isn't he? He's just testing you, mate.
What are you doing, Luke?
Been running around with the dogs all day. It's a really hot day. What's that, mate?
Okay.
And I came up at the gate. I saw a package on the outside of the gate. There's no note to say who it's from, but it's this awesome box of assorted fruits in chocolate. Got a fig, mango, banana, pineapple, whole heap of strawberries. What do you think of the strawberries, Evie?
Good.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
What is it?
That's a fig. You want to try a fig?
Mm-mm.
What about banana?
That's a nana?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah, it is a nana. What's this?
Or a strawberry?
That's a big strawberry.
Mm.
And a nana.
No, that's pineapple.
Oh, hidden now.
Want some banana, mate?
And some more. Was it cupcakes?
No, that's what the strawberries are in.
Oh,
Thank you
Anyway,
very much.
anyway, there was a big box of salmon. There was also some
Wow.
jalapenos stuffed with cream cheese.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, really, really awesome little gift package. But I couldn't find a note. There was no note. It's delivered from a seafood place, and this is a Parisi.
He's got a bead in his mouth.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Swap you for a strawberry. Parisi gift box, and they're amazing. And I did come in here to say, hey Sam, check out what we got. But I just started shoveling it in. So apologies about that, but thank you very much, whoever
Oh,
sent
it's
this.
amazing.
They were
Thank you.
really, really good. They're nice and cold and fresh. And then we'll do a big salmon cook up tomorrow. Can we get that out, mate? Oh, he's clenching, isn't he? Get out, get
Let
out.
go, Wolfie.
Oh, it's
dear.
gone.
Oh shoot. Did he swallow it? Oh no.
Was it a bead?
Yeah. That's gonna come out the other end.
We'll have to massage through it to find it.
We
well.
tried to do a nice video.
Well, we tried to do a nice video, but this is the reality video, guys.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
This is our life.
everyone.
You want to try strawberry, mate? Strawberry. Strawberry. Yeah,
Yummy.
yummy.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, whoever this was. These are amazing. See? Strawberry. Awesome. I don't think this box is going to last.